I'm Susi Mai, intrepid and slightly jet-lagged Redbull reporter. Today I'm in the Philippines to check out Ali and Fraser's legendary stomping ground, Manila. There's a big crowd at the airport. Guess they must have heard I was coming. Although the crowd is screaming for somebody called Manny Pacquiao. I jump in the jeepney, which is the typical mode of transport around here, and take in the sights. The driver asked me if I'm one of Manny Pacquiao's backing singers, but I've got absolutely no idea who he's talking about. Manila is famous for its peas, the locals' politeness, the pollution problem, and the population boom. The skyscrapers and slums in Manila are almost door to door, and the city has a world record number of rubbish tips. 99% of the Filipinos are loyal followers of the Pope. They even have their own version of the Vatican within the city. Manila is a city where the streets buzz with activity, but when the average temperature is 30 degrees, why would you hang out indoors? It's this incredibly diverse street culture that makes the teeming metropolis so undeniably funky. The jeepney driver tells me about the nearby SM Mall. I tell him I'm not really into whips and handcuffs, but then I realize SM is actually the name of the local shopping precinct. I get off at the mall and it's me who gets completely mauled. First up, it's a bit of shoe shopping. The local Al Bundy calls me the blonde Imelda Marcos, but what's a girl to do when she's this spoiled for choice? I've always had a sweet tooth and can't resist a bit of pick and mix, and I finally find a gobstopper that's big enough to do the job. They even have an ice rink inside the shopping mall, so it's on with the skates and time to show the locals why they call me the Ice Queen back home. Outside the IMAX, someone asked me if I've starred in the last Manny Pacquiao movie. Note to self, find out exactly who this Manny Pacquiao guy is. The combination of shopping and sport makes this extreme sports star peckish, so I head down to San Marcelino. This street has so many restaurants, I'm sure I'll find something that tickles my fancy. This area is often referred to as the capital of quick service, so I take out my watch and put it to the test. Awesome. After dining like royalty, I fancy a rest. The Rizal Park is the perfect place, so I break out the bikini and catch some rays. A tubby tourist sees me playing Pac-Man and asks me if I'm a Manny Pacquiao fan. Geez, this Pacquiao guy is absolutely everywhere. Anyway, my new buddy tells me that he's a boxer. So now I'm really confused. Note to self, check if everyone in Manila is called Manny Pacquiao. Next on my to-do list is the Coconut Palace. Now I do like a good pair of coconuts, but they don't let me in. Apparently it's only reserved for A-list celebrities like Gaddafi, Brooke Shields, and George Hamilton. Note to self, Google George Hamilton. I challenge some locals to the Philippines' most popular sport, basketball. Doesn't take long for me to show them that white girls can jump. The losers have to try the infamous local fruit, the durian, which is supposed to smell and taste just awful. Luckily, I won. The guys seem to quite like it, though. After that, I go for a stroll over to the famous Baywalk Promenade. A student is doing a political survey and asks me who my favorite Filipino politician is. I guess Manny Pacquiao. He smiles and says, good choice. He then tells me this Pacquiao dude is also a singer and gives me his greatest hits CD. Inspired by Manny Pacquiao's dulcet tones, I decide to try another local speciality. A musical restaurant. Tastes good, sounds good, and with the music still ringing in my ears, there's only one thing for it: karaoke. I love doing this when I'm abroad because when I'm back home, no one ever lets me. I've just never been able to quite figure out why. Note to self, next time I'm here, must do a duet with Manny Pacquiao. See you next time, and you never know, you might hear me warbling in your karaoke bar. Bye-bye from Susi Mai.